Well, welcome back to Dippy Does It All, the show where I try to relax, but life keeps throwing dented grills, missing haunted objects, and philosophical lawn care at me. Stay tuned for what I've been doing this month, and also for the Dippy origin story. Today's episode is sponsored by Lasagna and Revelations, so buckle up. Okay. You might be asking, where have I been? It's only been a couple of weeks. Everyone relax. I've been getting the questions. I have been eating a lot of mambas. They came out with a fun pack, which is delicious. I've been in the mood for retro-style candies since Julie and I have been talking about the 80s and 90s a lot. And I was at Walgreens, and I saw this mamba fun pack, and it had blueberry slushie, strawberry cotton candy, raspberry popcorn, and, of course, candy apples. Delicious. So basically, I've just been eating mambas. No, I kid. I have been trying to enjoy the last month since school has ended, and I feel like no matter what, my schedule just keeps getting packed. Full of adventures and, the average work, even though I've been taking some off days. Whoop, whoop. Anyway, I've had a lot of cool adventures. I want to start off quickly by talking about one of my favorite stories that's happened within the last few weeks. Stuart.
Come on, Stu.
He had a birthday. And I was thinking to myself, Stuart loves gum. I am going to go get him a big pack of gum at Sam's Club. So I decide to drive over to Sam's Club, thinking that I was logged into the app with Jackie's Scan and Go. And I get there, and I realize the app has logged me out. And it doesn't matter how many passwords of Jackie's that I know, none of them worked. And of course, she's at work, and I'm trying to get a hold of her, and that's the time she's busy, and I can't. I reach out to my friend Angie, and I'm trying to get her login. All of this while sitting in the parking lot. Finally, I was able to get a hold of Jackie, and she sent me her password. And I thought, perfect, we're in. Well, no, nothing's ever that easy. It had to send a verification code. I look at the phone number that's attached, and it's no phone number that I've ever seen. So I have no idea whose phone number she has in her account. So I have to then switch it to do the email notification. Well, then, of course, she keeps telling me it's not in her email. And I'm like, come on, check your junk. It's got to be in your junk.
Doug needs your help.
Come on, it's got to be there. Well, finally, she gets me the code after about a half an hour. Then she's so cute and says, can you just pick me up some croutons? Well, I'm not allowed in grocery stores much because I just buy all the things because I want to try it. Well, ended up walking around looking for the croutons. I think it was in every aisle except for the aisle the croutons are in. And I ended up finding this Jif popcorn with grape jelly. And I buy one bag because I think, it's probably all right. I get home, I make lunch, and I try the popcorn. Oh my goodness, this is some of the best popcorn I've ever had in my life. So then I decide to myself, before I go to the Leap Legends game, I got to stop back at Sam's Club and get a bag for Stewie.
Come on, Stu.
So that's, of course, what I did. And if they're still at Sam's, you should go get yourself some of that popcorn. It's delicious. After feeling sorry for myself for about a half hour, I decided I need to go to Best Buy and see if they have the Switch 2 in stock, because I definitely need one after all of this trauma that I had to suffer trying to get into the Scan and Go. So I went over there, and lo and behold, they had some. They might still have some, actually. I guess they got a shipment they weren't supposed to get, but benefited me. So that's one of the things I've been doing. Been basically playing Switch 2, Dr. Mario throwback, of course, and the new Donkey Kong game, Bananas, is amazing. You just go around and punch stuff. It's really fun. It's much better to do that in a game than in real life. Well, anyway, since it's been the topic of conversation a lot lately of where I got the nickname Dippy, I thought it would be really fun to ask AI. Because that's all in the news. Everyone's talking about the AI and how it's messing everyone's life up and we can't trust it and all of this. So I asked AI, how did I get the nickname Dippy? And this is what it said. So, first off, why did I get the name Dippy? Well, when I was little, I once mistook hair gel for nacho cheese dip. It was a dark day for both my scalp and the chips. Since then, Dippy stuck. And honestly, it fits because I dip into everything. Well, AI clearly doesn't know because where would I be around hair gel? I mean, come on. That doesn't even make sense. Nacho cheese dip? That definitely makes sense. You know, I'm all about the nacho cheese. Anyway, here's a real story, and it's really anticlimactic. I probably shouldn't even share it because you have in your head a more glamorous tale of how it occurred than how it occurred. But anyway, this is what happened. Have you ever heard of the game Shoot the Moon? It's a wood plank. It has a hard metal ball and two little metal rods, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. And the ball goes back and forth on these metal rods, and you open them up and you close them to get the ball to travel farther down to get more points. Well, I grabbed this thing, and one of my good friends was over. And I said, hey, oh yeah, this is just how you play the game, you know, no big deal. And I put the ball on those metal rods, and I open it up, and I close it just perfectly. And I shot the moon. And without even hesitating, my friend said, Dippy, what the heck? And here's what occurred. Jackie could not stop laughing for probably about an hour that she called me Dippy. And it really actually does fit my personality because, you know, I can be smart, but I can also be really dumb. And Jackie it hit her that is hilarious. She needs to be called Dippy, and I just started being called Dippy. And I really like it because, you know, I don't know if you want to call it self-deprecation or what you want to say, but I thrive in relationships where I get roasted on a regular basis. So I can't have some really cool nickname. I have to have something that, you know, brings me down a peg or two. So, Dippy, that makes complete sense. I can say some really, really dumb stuff. And to save you the secondhand embarrassment, I will not go through some of those dumb things that I've said. But there's some really dumb things like, hey, you got a dent in your leg? Turned out it was cellulite. Whoops. Oopsie-doo. Anyway. So that's how I got Dippy. It was the game Shoot the Moon, and it made Jackie laugh so hard that we just started going with it. And now I have it engraved in all the cups. It's the title of this podcast. People call me it, you know, whatever. Let's move forward. School is done for the summer. Gone. Vamust. I've been living the no homework life like a raccoon in a dumpster full of churros. It is glorious. So what have I been doing with my free time besides playing Switch 2 and sitting in Sam's Club parking lot? Well, Jackie had a conference over in Rochester that was about quality improvement and AI and patient experience. And so we were over there, and I did a little bourbon hunting at Andy's Liquor and Woody's Liquor. But the store people were kind of boring because when I asked if there was a Buzz Lightyear liquor store in town too, they didn't laugh. So that was a little disappointing. We went to a very delicious Italian restaurant named Terza. Oh my carbs. I love them. I ordered a lasagna that was so tender and flavorful, it whispered life advice to me. No lie. So good. I learned the meaning of love at the place. And Jackie is always so sweet. And there's something about her face that makes people want to talk to her because this woman told us this absolutely tragic story while we were waiting for our to-go dessert. And that's, of course, exactly what we wanted to hear on a Tuesday night. But I digress. Then I was able to see that they have a Games by James at the hospital. Like, what is going on here? And they had some new escape room games in by the company Exit. One of them was a Catan Exit, which I know a lot of people have been trying to escape that game for years. So they had a lot of good material. And I found this amazing burger bar called Hot Chip. And they make smash burgers and boozy shakes. And I got a bourbon peach shake. Oh, it was so good. I'm dreaming about it. I need to make a road trip again here at the end of the month with Dennis. We're going to go hit up Hot Chip. I also went into Wisconsin a little bit. And I don't know what's going on, but it's way prettier than I thought it would be. You know, I've been there before, but the flatter parts, they have a lot of hills and a lot of bridges. And yes, I know there's a movie, The Bridges of Madison County, but what is it? We also hooked up and went to Flapdoodle's ice cream shop, which they make really, really good waffle cones. So if you're ever in the area, go check that out. When we were driving back, we passed the mall and I looked at Jackie and I said, "Yo, you want to go to the new Superman movie?" She said, "Yep." And then we had to, of course, see if the neighbor kids wanted to come, and they did. So we got the 4 best seats in the house, which are the back row. Ugh, they're so good. The handicap ones in the back, oh, your own private space. They're more elevated. It's the way to go. Superman, James Gunn did it. Hope has a new cape. It's weird, emotional, and it's got some hilarity to it. Clark Kent, everyone's favorite farm-raised alien. You know, he carries the weight of that collapsing star on his back. And he does a lot of Superman things, like catching falling helicopters with one arm, pretending his glasses are an effective disguise, and having painfully obvious, well, honest, I guess, conversations about feelings while hovering 3 feet off the ground. I think the new Superman, that David Cornsweet, I don't know how to say his last name, but he was built like a Greek statue, a very good-looking man. And he carries emotional fragility, that of a guy who cries during dog commercials. So that brings him up another level in the attractiveness. And Lex Luthor in this movie, oh, they made him really scary and a little quirky, which I think was brilliant choice. He 100% has a playlist of which he titled Evil, but make it vintage jazz. You'll laugh, you'll cheer, you'll question if you too should start wearing red boots and saving cats from trees. I think it was really, really good. It's a little bit bananas, but I liked it. It was sweet, bold. I probably wouldn't watch it a lot, but you know, it fits in the DC universe in a good way. And I have always liked James Gunn's movies. Guardians of the Galaxy is really, really good. I have not watched Peacemaker yet, but I know it's on the list. You guys keep telling me all the TV shows. I got a whole list. I don't know. I'll get to it. I promise. This one has a lot less raccoons, though, but more laser eyes. So if you're into the raccoons, you might not like it. But if you're into the laser eyes, this is for you. I also think that if I take my glasses off, people don't know who I am. So I know they tease the glasses as a disguise a lot, but I think it actually is legit. I'm living experience that if I have my glasses on, you know who I am. If I don't, the short bus blows over. So, you know, it is what it is. The best part, though, I think of the experience was we get up after the second end credit scene, and Jackie starts talking about some lady with a tail. And we had to, of course, witness this for ourselves. So we waited in the parking lot. Sure enough, a full-on furry came out, and we were slowing down to kind of take a look. I think they saw us because they did a little moonwalk dance. That made the evening. That was the cherry on top, the sundae, as they would say. I don't even know. Okay, another adventure we got here. Got a flat top grill. I was mowing the lawn, and I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I looked at the patio, and I finally said to myself, you know what? We can have 2 grills on a patio. That's completely fine. Nobody can really see them out here. So who cares if we got a couple grills? It's not going to be decreasing our property value or anything like that. So I go inside and I tell Jackie, hey, we have room for another grill on the patio. We need to go get a flat top grill. I've been getting a lot of hits on my Instagram with all this flat top grilling. I need to try it. And she looked at me and said, I literally just was going to tell you we need to go get a flat top grill because she got a Shields coupon in the mail. I was like, yep, that's sealed. Let's go. We get in the car. The inventory online said Shields and Eden Prairie had it. So we drive up there. And I say, hey, we drove all the way up here. Let's make it a trip. Let's go to the Fantastic Four. It's opening day. They got a 3D IMAX. Let's do that. So we go, we quick buy the grill. We put it in the car. We get all the accessories. We park. We go to the movie. And it was really, really good. I was impressed with it, honestly, because they've been making a lot of Fantastic Four movies. And to be honest, most of them are crap. But this one was pretty good, and I really liked the vibes of it. It kind of gave a Breakfast Club with Gamma Burns vibe. It had a really good chemistry between all the actors. I liked it. You get sibling energy, science gone wrong drama, and moments where the team tries to function like normal people, despite the fact that one of them is basically on fire all the time, and the other one's made out of rocks. But I liked it. It had a vintage vibe. I think they did a good job. It's more towards the middle of the Marvel movies for me, honestly. So if you've been wondering, yeah, go ahead and do it. Go to it. It's a good time. And I enjoyed the 3D effects. It was good. We don't go to 3D movies much, but I feel like we maybe should do it more. Well, we get home and we realize we got to go to Iowa for golfing. So we just put the grill on the floor of the garage and leave it be. I'll tell you about our Iowa trip in a minute, but I'm going to jump ahead here. So we get home from Iowa, then I work. So Tuesday morning, I get up thinking I'm going to put together this grill in the morning before it gets too hot. My friend Dennis stopped by and I open this thing up and he looks at it and goes, I think it's dented. And I look, yep, sure enough, the darn thing is dented right on the top. I don't know if I got in a fist fight with a sharpened cart and lost or what the heck happened, but my grill of the dreams, dented, horrible. So naturally, I have to drive all the way back to Shields in Eden Prairie. And do you know how long that drive is? It's long enough to reevaluate your life and listen to an entire podcast about ferret yoga. So it's a long drive. But I did get a new one, and I made them open it while I was up there because I wasn't going to be driving back. And we've been enjoying it. I've been experimenting. Breakfast, cheese steaks, smash burgers. Basically, I'm grilling like Gordon Ramsay. So, hey, if you want to come over, let me know. All right, rewind. Back to Iowa. Jackie had been planning this family Iowa golf outing at her dad's golf club that he's a member of for the last 40 years or something. And I was like, yep, I'm finally able to go. Let's go down and do this. And I golf a couple times a year. I just don't have time, unfortunately. I enjoy it, but I don't have time. And so a couple rounds a year. I haven't golfed since last year. I think, well, it's all right. It'll be fine. We show up at the golf club and we're doing a little warming up, and I just keep hitting these things. Straight, long, great hits. And I say, I better quit because if I try too hard, I'm going to screw this up. And her dad's like, you're not going to warm up anymore. You just hit a couple balls. I'm like, nope, I don't want to screw anything up. Things are going well. So we get to the first hole. Jackie and I decide that her, myself, and her mom are going to play best ball, but her dad and brother wanted to keep their own scores. So we get up. Jackie hits this thing a mile. And then, so we decide to take her a drive. Then I set up and I hit that puppy right on the green, close to the pin. We decided to take that shot. Then her mom wanted to putt first. She putts it in. We get a birdie on the first hole. And I thought to myself, this is a great day. No matter what happens from here on out, we had a great hole. Well, turns out we all play really well together because we were able to par the first 9. And then we ended the entire 18 only 5 over at a 77 out of 72. And let me tell you, her dad and her brother did not have the same experience. It was actually funny at one point. Her brother was in the woods and he screamed, "I don't like this. I'm not having fun." And Jackie said, "Well, you could have done best ball with us, but I'm glad you didn't because you suck."
Come on, Stu.
I thought that was really funny. You know, that sibling rivalry I didn't get to really experience, but wow, it came in full force. So that was pretty funny. I wasn't sure if it was going to start like that, though, because Jackie forgot to strap her clubs down. So they fell off the golf cart. And they have like super bougie golf carts at this place. They hug your behind. And they've got really nice shocks, such a smooth ride. So much so that I've been holding myself back on buying a golf cart because I just really want one now. So great. And I was getting all these peach teas and they were refreshing because it was really hot. And you know, with my Arctic blood, I don't do so well with it, but it was so hot. And I even got sunburned, which is an act of God because I wear that zinc oxide stuff. I usually do not get sunburned because I just burn and it goes back white. So there's no point, you know. But I was using the good sunscreen and I still got burned. That's how hot it was and sunny. It's crazy. Then we ended up, our round was done at supper time. And I had to try the hot chicken sandwich, hot honey chicken sandwich that they had in the club. It was so good. But this thing, it was super crispy chicken and it was 4 times bigger than the bun, and they put the hot honey all over everything, so it was so messy, and I ate it with a fork. You know, that overbite, it's a problem for me to try to eat something that's huge like that. So I was able to overcome my disability to eat the hot honey chicken sandwich. And the other funny thing about the trip to Iowa, I've been planning this board game weekend that's coming up here. And so I watched 6 hours of YouTube playthrough of different games that I want to play. Because, of course, I can't just play a lot of games that I know. I want to play all new ones. So I was learning them on the way down. And it's about a 3-hour drive to her family's house. And it's funny because Jackie's driving and it's just people talking about playing these games. I'm sure it was real fun for her. But it was a good time. You gotta maximize our time that we have, right? So that happened, and you know, I was talking about the Switch too, and I'm kind of all over the board with this, but you know what? You begged for an episode, and I don't have time to get together with anyone, so you just got me. It's you and me. It's you and me. I was playing a lot of Donkey Kong, and I was talking to people about it, and they were like, well, Donkey Kong? Jackie doesn't even know who Donkey Kong is. Like, what the heck? Donkey Kong is literally the best character in the universe. First of all, he's a gorilla. In a tie. I mean, come on. He shows up battle dressed like he has a job interview at 3 and a banana throwing contest at 4. That's called versatility. This man doesn't need superpowers. He doesn't need gadgets. He just needs 2 fists, 400 pounds of chaos energy, and the unshakable confidence of a guy who doesn't pay taxes because the IRS physically cannot stop him. He throws barrels like it's a family tradition. He punches things so hard The laws of physics ask for a break. And you know how most characters just jump? Well, Donkey Kong ground pounds the earth so hard it develops a new tectonic plate. This is a dude who lives on an island with no Wi-Fi, no indoor plumbing, and still manages to have more drip than half of the Mushroom Kingdom. The man literally wears a monogram tie like he's the CEO of Smash Brothers. And let's talk about his strength. He once punched the moon. The moon. Meanwhile, Luigi is over here crying because he stubbed his toe on a Goomba. And the soundtrack, certified banger after banger. DK Rap, Nobel Peace Prize worthy. Jungle Japes, changed lives. Banana Slamma, cultural reset. He's not just a character. He's a thunder-thighed forest messiah. A walking protein shake, and a banana-powered wrecking ball of greatness. All the other characters, I have magic and gadgets. Donkey Kong, I have vibes and a left hook that rearranges chromosomes. So yeah, Donkey Kong is the best. And if you disagree, I hope you enjoy being wrong while he barrel rolls into legend. That's what I have to say about Donkey Kong. I didn't really get to talk about it earlier because I was more focused on my Sam's Club trauma, but I really do think Donkey Kong is the best. With all the rain that we've been having, I've been mowing a lot. That grass has been getting tall and the sun's been judgmental. And I've been sweating like a cheese curd at a music festival. But either way. And as I was pushing the mower along, listening to my songs, I had a revelation. Life is chaos. It's beating your father-in-law who golfs 4 times a week and you golf 2 times a year. It's dented grills. It's weird movie theaters. And you know what? It's furries at the movie theaters. But we have to enjoy every single second of it. Because this is all we get. So laugh when you mess up. Dance when no one's watching. Or dance when they are. Who cares? Like the great philosopher Donna Lewis once said, I love you always, forever, near and far, closer together everywhere. I will be with you everywhere. I will be for you. That's how I feel about my grill and this summer. And smash burgers, and Donkey Kong. And maybe you. Yeah, you. Listening to this with Cheeto dust on your face. I love you. I see you. I think this is a side effect of me being an only child. My imagination runs wild. And I like to cling on to people that I connect with and try to make them my family members. You may be my son. You may be my brother, my daughter, my sister, my child. I don't know. I'm all for it. And lastly, before I close this short episode out, I want to warn all of you. There is a tiny little problem in the universe. The conjuring doll, Annabelle, has gone missing. She has escaped. Not been seen for 2 days. Make sure you unplug your Alexa, hide your grandma, and sleep with the lights on, missing. So if I disappear suddenly, it wasn't the switch, it was her. And make sure you tell my grill I love it. Oh, I just love grilling. Smoking meats and grilling. That is what I'm going to do this summer. This is my summer. We got a checklist. We did Italian food that made me believe in love. Smash burger redemption after getting a better grill, not a dented one. I had lawnmower fueled life awakenings. Switch 2 game nights. Trying to prevent myself from buying a golf cart. And there's one haunted doll on the loose. Maybe that's why the sun's been red. We should be concerned. We should be concerned. Catch me next time on Dippy Does It All when I try to make creme brulee with a flamethrower and possibly lose my eyebrows. Stay weird, wear sunscreen, and lock your doors. Bye!